Keith, there are 2 rounds of the British Rally Championship left, and you're right in the battle for the title. Can you fill us in on the state of play right now?
So at the moment, yeah, there's 2 rounds left, and I have to win the last 2 rounds. It's pretty much a straight shootout between me and one other driver, Oisin Price. If he wins the next round, which is in 2 weeks' time, he wins the championship at that stage. If I win it, I bring it to the last round. Well, win it, I just have to beat him. But at the moment, it has been me and him first or second all the time. So maybe one of the other guys will step up as well. But my target will be to beat him. And if we do that, we bring it to the last round.
Like you said, we're at this kind of winner-take-all situation now, like 2 rounds left, like it's between yourself and Oisin Price, it's so close, but you can almost draw on your experience. I think your first time you won the BRC back in 2009, it was like this as well, wasn't it? It was a winner-take-all situation. So can you draw on that experience now, or is that too far in the past for you to use?
No, hopefully we can draw on that. But look, at the end of the day, I won't do a whole pile different. We'll just go out, do the best we can on the event. We'll just take it one at a time. I won't be thinking of I'll only be thinking of the next round. I won't be thinking of the one after it. So we'll just get out there and do the best we can. As I said, we have to win it. So that's what we'll be trying to do. We'd good pace on gravel the last time we managed to beat Oisin. But look, so many things. There's so many factors with rallying, like with the car, with me. There's so many things that go wrong. A one puncher and we're out. So I won't be taking anything for granted. We'll just go the best we can and hopefully get the win the next day.
How would you cope with that pressure then, knowing that you have to win the next rally?
In one sense, I nearly think it's possibly so in one way I nearly see it sometimes there's less pressure because there's only one objective, if that makes sense. And if we do it, we do it. If we don't, we don't. It's kind of my way of looking at it. It's obviously not the end of the world. If we don't do it, it just means we don't get to win the championship. But as I said, we'll just go out. It's one simple target. So well, not simple, but it's one target, and we'll just go out and try and do it.
I'm going to borrow a phrase that Sir Alex Ferguson used years ago. He said, when it gets to the business end, it's like squeaky bum time. So this is the business end now, Keith. And how much do you enjoy being in a situation like this? 2 rallies to go, you need to win. There's pressure there. But how much are you having fun right now with this?
It's good. It is tough, like any sport, I guess. Possibly the enjoyment comes from the success. In the moment, you're so focused and so just trying to do the best you can. You don't possibly get to enjoy it fully because you just don't want to make it, especially with our sport. I don't want to make any mistakes. You're just 100% focused. Now, when you get a good stage or you get when it clicks, yes, it's a really good feeling. But so that's what we're trying to do the next day. But I suppose at this end, when it's a straight on battle, it's not necessarily that enjoyable in the moment because there's a fair bit of pressure.
I suppose for listeners of our podcast, it's important to know too that going into the last rally in Wales, you were leading the championship, but and things were going so well. I'm just looking here at my notes. The 4th and final stage on the Saturday, you were in the lead of the rally, you were in lead of the championship, but then on the aptly named Devil Bridge stage, things took a turn for the worse. So talk us through what happened there, Keith.
Yeah, it was just very early in the stage. First few corners went well. It was like 5th or 6th corner. I just got the grip wrong. I'm not entirely sure. There was something on the outside of the corner, and we just ran wide and hit that, and then that put us out of the rally. It was disappointing, a bit unfortunate, but that's life. As long as it's life in rallying. As long as you're competing, the chances of an accident are always there. But yeah, like that. Like obviously now I can't think about that too much because we have to try and hit the ground running again the next day. So yeah, no, it was disappointing because our pace was really good. I didn't expect to be going as well as we did because it was Oisin's home rally. So maybe I was trying to beat him. As it was disappointing to crash out, but look, that's rallying again. That's the first time we won it. It happened as well before the end of the championship. So look, we've been in these positions before.
How quickly do you have to forget about an incident like that with the two big events coming up? Like, is it almost parked to the side straight away and you're just focused on what's coming up?
You try not to think about it at all. Like as soon as the helmet goes on, like you might think about it a bit before the event, but as soon as the helmet goes on, it won't be in my head. But it like hopefully it won't affect my driving or anything. Sometimes it possibly can. You might be a bit hesitant in places you shouldn't be because it'll be in the back of your mind, on like nearly subconsciously. I wouldn't actually be thinking about it, but subconsciously I might be a bit hesitant in places. Hopefully not. We won't know until we get off the first stage Friday night.
How was the car after the roll?
And look, there was a bit of damage, of course. Luckily enough, it's fixable for the next day. But yeah, I'd rather it hadn't happened. But yeah, we should be okay to get going the next day.
Looking forward. So the next event is the Track Rod Rally Yorkshire. That's on September 23rd and 24th. Tell us a small bit about this rally.
This rally, for a good few years in the past, was actually the last round of the championship. We've won this rally a couple of times in the past. Very, very fast rally. Not so mountainous like a lot of other gravel rallies. It's a lot kind of flatter, but a very, very fast rally. So it's a rally, as I said, I've gone well in the past, so hopefully we can go well on it again.
And then after that, it's the Cambrian Rally. So I suppose you're not even thinking about that. All the focus now is on Yorkshire coming up, and then you think about the Cambrian Rally after that. Then
that's it. I won't even enter my head the Cambrian, because if we don't get a result here, we won't be going to the Cambrian Rally. So everything will be focused on this next event.
And looking at the BRC so far for you, like how much have you enjoyed this? Like you've had the Jim Clark Rally, you've had the Grampian Forest Rally, good wins there, you know, like leading the championship and so on. Like it must have been really enjoyable up to this point, Keith.
Yeah, it was good to be leading it. Obviously we did it last year for the first time in a long time. And we got back on, we changed cars this year and changed tires. So in nearly the first tarmac rally and the first gravel rally, we struggled a bit. Not struggled, but we just had to work on setup and the car and stuff. And then when we would go to the second rally on them surfaces, we would go a lot better. So hopefully this will be our third gravel rally this year now. So hopefully we'll be in a good position again, and the car will be good.
And you've so much history with the British Rally Championship, Keith. You've won this 4 times before. You're hopefully, touch wood, going for a record-equaling 5th title. Do you ever think about that? The fact that you could win a 5th and you could be joining a very illustrious club of people who've won it 5 times.
I try not to think about it too much. It would be great to do it because we would be we'd be equaling Jimmy McRae's record. So that would be really good. It's not easy though, as I said. Like we've done this championship a good few times. We've been lucky enough to win it 4 times, but other times, we haven't won it. So there's so many factors in motorsport. As I said, it's not just down to me. There's the whole team around me. There's the car. There's the co-driver. There's just so much. So now I won't be thinking about it too much. It'd be great if we can do it. If we can't, we try and maybe put a plan in place again. I don't know. We'll see over the winter.
You mentioned there about, I suppose, the whole team that's involved in a championship like this. Is just so many different facets involved. And I see that you added another sponsor, Molson Group, to your they've come on board as one of your sponsors, and they're the UK's largest independent new and used heavy equipment dealer. How important is it to get the support of businesses like that, and even the local businesses here in West Cork?
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I have some very loyal people backing me over the years. Mick Crimmon and Crimmon coaches, and Mick O'Brien and Im O'Brien Plantar. They're probably two of my longest guys. A few other local businesses got on board this year. Kehan Seafoods. They'd be very local to us. Look, motorsport, there's a lot of money involved. I've been very lucky to have them longer term guys, and yes, it's great to have the newer guys coming on board this year. And we're always working on trying to find more sponsorship. As I said, if we put a program in place for next year, I think we were a bit late getting going this year, so we'll be working on trying to keep the sponsors we have and work on getting new sponsors for next year.
Just to touch on something there that you said earlier, and before I let you go, about a new car and new tyres this year. It's a Volkswagen Polo GTI. What was behind the change of car?
It just it was probably it was the car that won the championship last year. It's a well-established car. It's one that wouldn't be being developed anymore. It's probably at the maximum. You know, it's one that's the Polo seems to be a very strong R5 car. Now the other guys are catching up and they're developing them all the time. So there really isn't much between them. It's just the opportunity to use that car came up and we took it.
And the change of tyres too, because I know in motorsport, and I know it's maybe not to draw a parallel with Formula One. We've seen Formula One about how important the tyres are on track, but I presume in the BRC the tyres are so important as well. So talk me through about the change of tyres and the reason for it.
Yeah, a lot of it was just we started out with the last year with a manufacturer that they were kind of supporting us over 3 years. It was very much a development program for the manufacturer. We kind of knew the situation we were in. Then this year we switched to Pirelli, which I would have used in the past, and yeah, they have worked well for us. Their tire I used along in the past, but I have to figure them out too. But they have performed really well, and hopefully the next day now they'll give us a good performance again. Like the tire is everything at the end of the day. It's all we have. It's between, that's what we have between the ground and the car is the tire. So they are a very important factor.
Hopefully everything will work out, and hopefully Lady Luck will shine on you in Yorkshire coming up. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck in the weeks ahead.
Thank you. Thanks, Kieran.